Hi guys, good evening. My name is Bernie and welcome to my video. Okay, so guys, I'm preparing um lunch for maybe 3 days for the week coming. Because what I noticed with me, last year I started very well, like not last year, maybe like 2 years ago. I started very well, like really eating healthy, um, but I kind of somewhere that 2025, I kind of let it go for a while, and I decided, okay, let me just do what I have to do. Not that I haven't eaten unhealthy, but certain foods that I indulge in, I want to change that. So I am prepping for the week coming. Last week I did like fish and quinoa and broccoli. I had that for the week. So I was very proud of myself for how I ate last week. I love bagels. So I only had one bagel last week with cream cheese, and it's because I went to a function and they had bagels, so I ate a bagel. But I love bagels, and it's too much starch, too much sugar. So I have decided to stay away from bagels. Okay, so I have some fish in here, simple fish. I really wanted, like, I'm from the Caribbean, so I really wanted some like Caribbean fish, but the weather has been really, really, really cold. I mean, today it was like 11 degrees, or I don't know if it was -11, but it has been very cold. Yesterday I did not go out. I stayed inside. But today I had to go out. So I got some frozen fish at Trader Joe's. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. Very quick, nothing fancy. I think I'll I'll put some asparagus over that, and on this some green peppers, and put it there. Anyways, why I came in, especially last year, I started my YouTube channel. Give me a minute. Where is the... Okay, I'm going to put in some asparagus on my fish. Last year I started my YouTube channel, but I realized I did not have time, and stuff was going on, and I just decided, it's not the time. I mean, I should have just continued, but I just, I started a YouTube channel, but I didn't want it to be a chore. I wanted to experience it as something I would love doing. But, at the time I lived in New Jersey, and I came back to Brooklyn late last year, November. I came back to Brooklyn. So I think I'll have a little more time on my hands to do what I have to do. Yeah. So presently I am in one of the Housing Connect apartments. And it was a journey. I'll tell you why it was a journey. It was a journey because I have been applying to Housing Connect for the past, let's say, 12 years. For the past 12 years. And finally, it came through 2025. The journey of waiting, it's not really the journey of putting your documents together. For me, it was really the wait. The wait. I said I have been doing it for 13 years. So I finally got this beautiful apartment that I love. I can't show around as yet because I am still like trying to decorate and, you know, where to put what and what not to do. So presently I'm in the kitchen. It's a nice kitchen, and I am an empty nester. Um, I'm an empty nester. The kids are grown. So basically I live alone. I live alone, and living alone can be a bit of a hassle, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Housing Connect. For those who have been applying for Housing Connect, I want to encourage you to keep, these are my keys. I want you to keep applying. Don't stop applying. Don't get frustrated. Keep going. Eventually, you will get an answer. And do not do it on your own. Do it with God. Have faith and hope. Keep your faith and keep your hope that one day it's gonna come. It will come, because with me, I exercise a lot of faith, and I kept my hope that it will come. It came many years after. On my Housing Connect portal, I think I have like 40 something applications. Now, I have been looking at this particular apartment from 2024. I was always finding out, reading and going through different comments on Reddit and everywhere that I could find what's going on with the apartment. So they kept saying it's not red. People are saying, potential. What's going on here? Why is it not showing red? Potential applicants kept saying they're not ready. They're still working on it. So I kept praying to God. I'm a Christian, so for you all that don't believe, I can't help. But I believe that there is a God, and I believe that He wants His children to be happy. And let me tell you something. Keep going. I'm doing some sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. I don't eat it every day. Maybe I'll eat it. I do only one, because I cook for myself. So keep sending your applications. Don't stop. If you do not have an online portal, for me, I like the online portal in that you have your phone and you can go every time that, and even on Facebook, Pix 11 always let New Yorkers know that there is a building that you can apply. So I would follow them, and yeah, I kept applying non-stop. So you can do the online portal. For those of you, well, I know most people are computer savvy, and you don't have to be computer savvy for you to know how to navigate the portal, So just keep applying, whether you want to do it in a self-addressed envelope. If you can do it online, you get a self-addressed envelope. So you need 2 envelopes. One with the address of wherever you want the apartment, so you have to know which apartment that you want to apply for. So you put that on the envelope, and then the next envelope, you put your name, your address, and you put it in the first envelope, and you mail it to them, and they will mail an application to you. I heard a YouTuber saying, because so many people are on the portal, like applying online, sometimes they have so many that if you send it through mail, it comes faster. I really can't talk about that, because I don't know. I know that I applied online. So if you're looking for apartment through Housing Connect, I'm here to encourage you to don't stop. Keep going, keep applying, keep your faith, keep your hope, and I'm sure one day you will, it might just come as a surprise, you know. They will send you what do you call it? They'll send you an email to tell you that you have been approved, and then they will ask you for documents. I was fortunate that they didn't ask me for a lot of documents, you know. It wasn't a lot. So yeah, so keep at it, keep your faith, keep your hope, and it will all work out, right? Because I thought that I would never get a response, and I kept going. I kept going, I kept going, and I kept my faith, and I kept my hope, and I would pray. I came to look at the apartment while they were still doing the finishing touches. I came to the building, and for you that don't believe, I don't know, but for me that believe, I came here by faith, and I asked my Father. You know, the Bible tells us that our earthly father, if we ask our earthly father for a bread, he will not give us a stone. If we ask our earthly father for fish, he's not going to give us a snake. He's going to give us the best bread, and he's going to give us the best fish. So God is saying, unless for me, that is your earthly father, I would give you better gifts. I'm breaking it down into my own language, in my own form, for you to understand. How much more will he give good gifts to us that are his children, that he formed us, that he gave us this world. He put us on this world to enjoy, not to be in misery. You hear me? And even for those of us who came here from the islands or from wherever, he also told us he brought us into a good land. You know what I mean? So keep believing, keep your faith, keep your hope, exercise your faith, and keep your hope that he will come through. So when I look at New York City, it's very discouraging when you see the amount of people that are homeless on the roads and they do not have a place to stay, especially, oops, I almost cut my hand, especially the older people, you know. I'm not saying they are not mentally ill people. And then being on the road in that cold, you will always have a mental, if you're just homeless, you'll end up with a mental issue just being out there and you have nowhere to stay. But I'm happy too that Housing Connect has made it possible for people who their back is against the wall and they need a place to stay. Like I'll tell you, like you know, people who are in domestic abuse situations, people who are domestically abused, mothers with children, and they have nowhere to stay, so they go to the shelters. And I think when you stay at the shelter for a while, then the shelters work with Housing Connect, and when the Housing Connect have these apartments, then they make it available to the people from the shelter. So I remember when I came here that I'm moving, so I had a lot of stuff. So I came to the lobby, the moving van brought my stuff, and the guys were putting them at the lobby to put it into the elevator. And this woman, she just stood up there, and she was a very helpful lady. You don't just judge people by how they look. Sometimes how they look is not what that is inside. There are people who are beautiful on the outside, and inside they're not all that good. But this woman, she's a young woman, but you see that you can see that she has been. I remember just when I came here, I was coming in with some grocery bags, and she said, "Oh, can I help you? You have so much stuff." I said, "Oh, I'll be so thankful." And she helped me to carry some of my stuff to the apartment, right? So when she came and she saw my stuff in the lobby, there was a lot of stuff. Jeez, moving is not easy. And she said, "Oh, you got a lot of stuff." I said, "Yeah." She said, I don't have anything. I come straight from the shelter." And they gave me the shelter, and all I have to come with, myself and my husband, we just had to come in with our bag of clothes and what is on our back. They gave us the apartment, furnished and everything. I said, "Yeah, that's great." And then when I looked at it, I said, I'm thankful that the shelters, the government are working with Housing Connect to provide housing for people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I heard some horror stories, but I'm praying to God. So far, so good. There is a laundromat in the building, which made it so much easier for me, because for years I have been like going to the laundry, on a Saturday or a Sunday. You have to get your clothes together, put them in a cart, or take an Uber. I had stopped using carts anyways. I'll just take an Uber and go to the laundromat, and some of the laundromats are very expensive. I would have liked if I had a washer dryer in my apartment, but no, it doesn't have it. But there's one right downstairs. You just take the elevator, you go to the laundromat, you put your clothes in, nobody bothers you, there is clean, you put your clothes in, you come back. In fact, I have to go get my clothes in a minute, and you put them in the dryer, you come back, you finish up what you're doing, and then you go back to the laundry room, you put your clothes in the dryer, you allow them to dry, then you go back to the laundromat, you pick up your clothes, you take the elevator. So that is a blessing, and I'm thankful for that. And also the elevator, because the buildings that I have been through always have stairs, and it makes it very difficult, especially when you're single and you don't have a partner. You do not have, thank God for my son, he comes to help me sometimes, to help me with groceries and the laundry and all that. I thank God for him. But especially when you're living alone, you from the groceries, you get a grocery of food, I just say food, and you have to, if you have stairs, you have to climb the stairs with your bags. It's kind of a tough life, but I have decided to live the soft life. Now I'm at your age, I need a soft life. So the building has an elevator, so I don't have a problem I don't have to climb stairs or all that. So Housing Connect, I think it's a very good idea that, it's not an idea, I mean, it's a good venture to provide housing, affordable housing for people in New York. So I'm saying again, if you have been applying for Housing Connect, you have been applying to Housing Connect, don't give up. Keep applying. You can have 50 applications, you can have 100 applications. Do not give up. Keep going, and eventually one is going to come up. But keep your faith, as I said. Exercise your faith and keep your hope that something will, one day, one of the buildings are going to the apartments are going to be available to you. In the meantime, thank you for listening. My name is Bernie. If you like what you see, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and like my video. And then bye for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.